I'm trying to be more optimistic.
That's great. How's it going so far?
It's going
Terrible!
terrible.
Yes or no?
Maybe.
God, you remember field trips? What was the craziest field trip you ever went on as a kid? 3rd grade. Absolutely no idea why. We went on a field trip to Krispy Kreme donuts. We didn't learn anything. We just had donuts. And I remember I asked the teacher, I said, hey, could I have some milk? Because they gave you a free donut and everything. And the teacher, who wasn't my 3rd grade teacher, she just goes, you should be grateful enough they gave you a free donut. You should not be asking for more. Damn, miss, I'm sorry, ma'am. I just wanted some milk. And just treated it like I committed arson in front of her. I honestly think she would have preferred me to burn the Krispy Kreme down before I so ungratefully asked for some milk.
Poorly Drawn Lines has one of the most absurd styles of comedy that I have seen in a webcomic, and I love it. It tells no real story, and only has a couple recurring characters like Ernesto and Kevin. Ernesto and Kevin don't even have monstrous personalities. Oh, so it might use humor that we can relate to then. Well, not really. Does it have dark humor or maybe some form of shock humor? No. Is it hilarious? Yes. Poorly Drawn Lines places its characters in strange situations that oddly resonate with the reader. The majority of these are not actually relatable, as I mentioned earlier. It more strips relatable comedy down to its essence and transports those elements into situations that are usually quite ridiculous. Take this particular comic, for example. Believe it or not, I've never been a skeleton or a vampire, yet I can still feel for the skeleton. It's not a full-on joke, and I can't really put myself in the skeleton's shoes, but it still entertains me more than the average comic. Of course, there are outliers. Not every comic consists of this specific mixture, yet it's this type of comic that shows up most frequently. It consistently provides laughs, but more so acts as a nice, odd, calming agent. The simple art style complements this. Nothing is drawn too crazily, nothing shocks your mind. This style of comic makes it very bingeable on dreary days. And of course, bingeability is very, very important. Is it for everyone? No. But it's so truly unique that I believe everyone should give it a shot. Many hold it in high regard. There's a reason why the strip has nearly 2 million followers, as well as 3 entire books. By stripping the relatability and relatable comedy, Poorly Drawn Lines has struck a weird balance that allows its unique style to be comforting, strange, and funny all at once. I give Poorly Drawn Lines a 9.7 out of 10, and recommend it to everyone out there.
Better come to Lucky's Cash Show. Better come to Lucky's Cash Show. Better come to Lucky's Cash Show. Or I'm gonna eat your shoes.
Dave, we need new ways to advertise our college to the youth, and we need them now. Any ideas?
Hey, this is for the college, and yeah, we have, diversity and an academic environment, and other bland statements that don't really actually tell you about what sets us apart. But you're definitely gonna choose your college based on a Spotify ad, so yeah, goodbye.
Oh my gosh, it's the perfect college.
Just by the name Toaster Dude, this should be an instant 10 out of 10. This notion is emphasized by the fact that the main character is literally named Dude, so I know what you're thinking. This should be an instant 100 out of 10. So, why don't I just end the video here? Well, it's a bit more complicated. Toaster Dude features a guy named Dude whose only goal is to get a toaster. I think that this comment on the 6th episode sums it up nicely. Every part of this comic oozes with creative simplicity. The bad guys work at Bad Guys Inc., where they drink from an evil water cooler. The story takes place in a city named Poorly Drawn, which if you think about it, is just called Poorly Drawn. And just in case I haven't mentioned it 5 million times already, it features a superhero named Toaster Dude. I mean, wow. I have to give it to him. It truly feels like it's a unique comic in its own basic way. However, this unique style creates some nagging flaws. As much as these little goofs are enjoyable, they also make the story drag on in the latter half. The main character's sole personality is just wanting a toaster, and serious moments that could drive the story forward are undercut by comments focusing on how the toaster is all he really cares about. Dude is like deadpan Sonic the Hedgehog. but instead of wanting chili dogs, he just wants a toaster. Which I know seems like a slam dunk, no possible flaws, I don't see anything that could go wrong. But believe it or not, it kinda gets old after a while. If it seems like I am being repetitive in my comments, it is because the story revolves around the idea of a toaster, and is never given a chance to fully explore its other elements. Since it is such a short webtoon, with only 59 main episodes plus a creator's note, the story felt overly condensed. I never thought that anyone was in danger, as I knew the conflict would be resolved in the next couple of episodes. The character development felt rushed, or in some cases non-existent, and any sort of plot twists involving the side characters felt out of place as I only saw them in a couple episodes. Let's summarize this video by going over the pros and cons. On the pros side, it has a unique concept, it embraces that unique concept, and it's very goofy while still having a story. Now let's go over the cons. The story feels rushed, especially towards the second half. The main character can be a bit one-dimensional, only wanting a toaster, and there are a few missed opportunities to explore the world further. I give this a 6.3 out of 10. It's entertaining, sure, but some nagging flaws keep me from wholeheartedly recommending it to everyone.